Hello and welcome. Hopefully it's going out. I always hate this bit because you never really know if it's actually live, and I'm probably having problems with my comments again. It did this yesterday. I did a Facebook live, not yesterday, Sunday, and the comments weren't coming up, but that time I could log into my PC and see the comments that way. This time I can't because I couldn't remember my password, which I do. I do remember my password, but it's locked me out, so I can't get on my computer. As you can probably tell, this kind of, oh, it's working! Yes, Avril, hello! Yes, thank goodness for that. It's working. Oh, Avril, you don't know how much you've made my day just by saying hello. That's amazing. Even if it's just me and you, Avril, I'm happy now. If you are watching live, then welcome. It is lovely if you do say hello. If you have any questions, yay, Jenny! Oh, thank goodness. If you have any questions, I will be keeping an eye on my messages, so just fire away. If you're not watching live, then obviously this will be available on the Facebook, but you'll find it by then anyway. Oh, Sarah, this is fabulous. It is working, and I don't need my computer that I've locked myself out on. So basically, I'm going to be doing a little Facebook live, obviously. Sharon, hi there. Oh, Avril, you don't know, honestly. Technology. I started faffing about with this, no word of a lie, at about 10 o'clock this morning. I've been faffing about just to make sure. Yay, hiya Veronica. Oh, lovely Veronica. Oh, well, you know what the lovely thing is with Facebook Lives, people who watch at the live, it's great, but I like that it's still available after, so you know people can still tune in whenever they fancy. Hello lovely Patricia, lovely Michelle, thank you, Diane, Debbie, yay. Oh, it's lovely, we're getting quite a crowd together, which is marvelous. Now I'm doing good old Stamperia because I love it, and I think I'm organised, but I love it. I've got two cameras, so I'll be talking to this one, and then we've got an overhead, so I'll be able to show you what I'm doing, theoretically. And I've prepped something, so maybe we'll actually get something finished. Louise here, our lovely Louise Sims. Hello, kid. How are you? Oh, it's lovely to have your company, ladies. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so where we're starting. I have done, watch, when I turn these over, drink. Ho ho, you can see me behind it. Hello. See, I've done some of these. So theoretically, I can put in what I'm actually going to be using, theoretically. Obviously, you do see my finger coming towards the camera, so I apologise for that. It does look like I'm reaching to get you every time I'm changing it. I'll try and do it more subtle. But look, hey, I'm organised. I shouldn't keep saying that. The last time I did a Facebook Live in this room, it crashed. So we checked the Wi-Fi this morning. We turned it off and on, and it started working. So if anything goes wrong, I'll just go and turn it off and on again. Okay, right, let's get cracking. Let's get crafting. So, as I say, I have got a canvas. I've got it part way done. Hiya, Leslie. Thank you for joining us. I've got it part way done, a canvas that is, but I'm going to show you what I'm working with. So I'll swap cameras over so you can see. So I'm sure you'll have all seen the wonderful Vagabond stuff by now. Love this stuff. You'll have to excuse it. Obviously, these are cut into because they're mine. And I know the deal. So with the deal, what you're getting is one of the 12 by 12 Sir Vagabond papers, and these are all the ones that are just, Patricia, hi Patricia, I'm very well. I tell you what, I'm even better now it's working. Tell ya. Hiya Jane, oh gang, it's so nice to have your company. And look, we're working, it's working. Isn't it wonderful when technology works? Anyway, the beautiful Vagabond papers, love these. Who's got them? Who's already got these at home? Gang, have you already played with yours? Is this up your street? Avril, one of your favourites. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, Avril, have you managed to cut into it yet? Because that's the thing, isn't it? You have to cut into these. I know they're beautiful, and I know we want to just stroke them. Hiya, Maggie. Welcome to the Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me. You have to cut into them. So, yeah, the deal, what they've set up for us. Now, I don't know how long it'll last because I forgot to ask. But you'll get one that isn't cut into. You get the 12 by 12. You also get the same pad in 8x8. And then, oh, Jenny, not played with it yet. If you've already bought this, cut into it, go for it. Has the sound gone off or is it my computer? Now, hopefully other people will answer that, because my soundbar looks like it's working fine. So hopefully it's just your computer. Have you got the things on? Hold on a minute, I'll zoom it back to me. Sometimes it comes up with, oh yeah, scissors at the ready. Boom. Come on, Avril. As soon as it arrived, chopped into it. I'm proud. Hiya, Jane. Lovely Jane's joining us as well. I don't get not cut into it. I do get it because it's so precious, but I don't want people to just have stuff around forever and ever like I do. What I say, so, oh wow, there's more to questions now. Me but not used it. Yeah, this is the thing, Lou, innit? We'll end up creating a library of beautiful things that we haven't yet cut into. Oh, Jane's not got Vagabond yet. Patricia can hear fine, that's brilliant. Tracy loves Vagabond and loves Sir Vagabond, loves Stamperia. Sonia, hiya Sonia. Gillian, gonna be another great educational fun live. Oh, thank you, I hope so. And I love doing them actually. It's funny, I get more nervous doing these than I do a normal telly show. Isn't that weird? I feel that I have to be more organised on these, which is ridiculous because, you know, I'm not organising anything. But hopefully I am. Anyway, back to what I was banging on about. So you get your 12x12 papers, you get your 8x8 papers. You're also getting the background papers. Hiya Trish, hiya Ian. Oh, the moulds are beautiful though, aren't they? I'm really pleased everybody sounds okay. So if you have got problems with sound, it looks like it might be a computer, I'm afraid. Yeah, if you mess it up, you can always get another pad. Absolutely, Avril. Gives you a wonderful excuse. The backgrounds, I'm so pleased Stamperia did backgrounds, because with these, because they're all double-sided, but you only get one of each, once you've cut into it, like you don't get to use this gorgeous background. So I'm really pretty. Oh, Maggie, come on, get the scissors out, get using your beautiful papers. But yeah, they're so pretty, aren't they? Even if you just frame them. And I mean, can you imagine all of these just framed? I mean, the background ones framed, but then with a sentiment on. They're just stunning. I love Stamperia. They're just fabulous. So in the deal, the little bundle that they've put together, you're getting your backgrounds, you're getting your 2 main paper pads. And I'll zoom that in again just because I can. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased that this works. I love it. I love it when it works. I did this, everyone. Are you amazed? I did this. And sometimes I can't even spell my name right. Anyway, so that's what one of the deals is. I did share all the item numbers on... I think I shared them on this page actually, so you can see them. So if something don't come up, it's going to be there, so don't panic. Okay, what we're starting with, I'll zoom you back over. Maggie, no! Cut into it, Maggie. Do it. Right, what I wanted to do first things first is, so you might all be aware that Stamperia do bring loads of fantastic paints, the Allegro paints, and this is where I will zoom in a little bit for you. Now, it's not till, with the paints, it's not till I did the swatch that you can really see the colour differences. Obviously, your black is black, but anthracite, now that is a really dark grey, but then you've got grey, so those two, I mean, they are very different. Your lavender, lilac, your pastel pink, absolutely beautiful. I wanted to do it like this, so you'd see the texture, but then when it dried, you see the actual paint. And what I love about these, I really like the matte finish. Brenda, hello. Sue, hello, you made it. And Ian, did you see my Stamperia steampunk croquet? Do you know, Ian, I think I did see that come up on my timeline, but I didn't look at it properly, so I will have to have a look back on that one, Ian. Oh yeah, I'll have to, because if it is one of your Stamperias, I tell you, if anyone's not seen Ian's work, then do have a look, because he creates some incredible things. In fact, I have got some in this room, but I think it's over there. My wonderful Leonie's Lair. Still got that, Ian. Anyway, zoom you back over. So with this one, you've got the coral red, and that one, that is quite, I'm trying to catch the light a bit. I should have got another light here, it's a bit dark, but that's a really nice red. And I've done it, like, when it's a lot thicker, it's more intense, but when you do lighten it out, obviously, it's going to lighten the colour. The brick red's nice. You've got the warm yellow, which is a nice orangey, and then the corn, which is a proper yellow, a goldy yellow. You've got your gold, which is a proper, I mean, look, it's got a right good sheen on that. You've got earth and chocolate, and that one, funnily enough, that is more earthy, and chocolate is more chocolatey. Again, when you get the proper light, oh, why didn't I get my lights? You do see these colours really well. But the main one that look, now in the bottles, these look really similar, but when they dry, they're absolutely not similar. So you've got the white, you've got the milk white, which is way creamier, and then you've got the ivory. So when you actually put these out, they are really, really different. Oh, lovely John, hiya love. Jane Preston, hiya Jane. Janet Sue, hello there gang. Thank you for keeping me company this afternoon. Lovely to have you tuning in. We've then got the nougat. I love that. And your turtle dove. Isn't that a nice name? Turtle dove. Turtle doves, posh pigeons. But, I'm saying posh pigeons, there's not many turtle doves about anymore, is there? Did you know that? Cheeky bit of bird fact. We've then got the oriental blue. That is lovely. It's such a nice blue. You've got blue aviation, which of course matches your aviator collection. Your powder blue is lush. We've got, well, this is my favourite board though. Indian turquoise and turquoise. I mean, look how different they are. So different. And then your beautiful light blue. I'm so pleased I finally did this. Jill, hello there, Jill. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. We've got the light green. We've then got the spring green. We've also got leaf green, nature green, and then at the top that dark green. So as you can see, all really different. So pleased I finally did the swatch boards, because I think, especially with that, because if I show you the bottles, they always look too similar. So I thought, right, do it this way, and then you can actually see all the different paints. Now you have got, watch, ba ba ba, look at that gang. I'm so pleased I've done these. If it bugs you, I'm sorry. I'm not stopping doing it because I'm well chuffed. So if you do want your paints, which look, I can fade into the background gently. Oh, look at that posh telly. Yeah, your item number 044301. But it's a right good price on these. It's always a good price on these, to be fair. 11.66 for 5 of these beauties, and they go a long way because it's right nice quality. Oh, boom. Tell you. Am I going to bore you? Am I going to bore you with that? Of course I am. Because it's a new toy, isn't it? And it works. And I'm well chuffed. So that's your paints. I've also used Glenna's Dawn. Hello, ladies. Thank you for keeping me company this afternoon. I've also used Spin You Round Again. I'll be sending you Dizzy. The crackle paste. Now this is cracking. We've got cracking, sorry. Rubbish, but yeah, it's cracking. We've got the gold crackle paste. We've also got the, sorry, I'm wobbling my camera, my top camera. We've also got the silver. Oh, and silver I put on a board and left in my window, bear with. So I'll let you looking at that. I knew I'd end up doing this before long. David! Yay, hiya David. Oh, David, I've just kicked one of my bits over. Bear with, I might be going distant, but it's only so I can show you. Do not adjust your sound, folks. It's the controller. Look, so I could show you that. Now, your crackle paste, I love it. This is a mono component. Boom. Basically, yeah, just one component. You don't need anything else. The colours are beautiful as well. And they'll go through. Now, obviously, you can stencil them. If it's a really fine stencil, I mean, there is a little bit of crackle there, but you're not going to see much. But if it's a thick stencil, you'll absolutely see it. It's beautiful. Really like them. Gina's joined us. Hi, Gina. Jo. Oh, lovely to have your company. I'm glad you found it as well, our Jo. Oh, it's fabulous to have all your company. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm taking... Now, this canvas is an old canvas. This is a canvas I've fallen out with, because that's what happens. Oh, crackle paste. Did we put that on the list? Bear with, bear with. There you go. Boom. As I said, any of these item numbers, I have already put the list, so please don't think you have to write them down really quick. I have put the list, but if you do miss something and you need it, just put it on your messages and I will bring it back up for you again. Avril, I can hardly hear your voice. Your dog snoring. How lovely. Oh, my little girls are at home. Marjorie, Sue. Oh, lovely to have all your company. So, yeah, I've already started a canvas. This is a canvas I'm falling out with. I'm actually going to use the silver on this one. I love when you use canvases. So you don't, if you fall out with it, there's no way you're binning it, is there? Because it's a canvas. So, the deals are on the website. They are indeed. All the deals are already on the website, so you can find them on the website, and all the item numbers I've shared already on my Facebook page. I know, right, David? Watch. Hold on. Which one shall we put in? Whoosh. Hey, David, how cool is that? I'm so pleased I've nailed that bit. But there'll be something that goes wrong. It'll drop off halfway through, I tell you. So, your beautiful crackle paste, you're using this in exactly the same way that you're going to be using all your texture paste. The only thing is with your crackle paste, I don't like to heat set it. Some, I know you can with some, but with your crackle paste, I find if I heat set it too much, I basically, I make it sort of bubble and bobble, and then it won't actually crackle, you know. Very posh. Thank you, Paula. I know, I'm quite impressed. I've spent a long time setting this up. Honestly, but I'll get better. It's just practice, isn't it? So what you'll need to do, and I'm using a stencil first so you can see the stencil. Now we have got a stencil on the show, however I don't know if it's this one, because I went and picked out one of the stencils, which I've probably got somewhere on here. I went and picked out one of the stencils. I tell you what though, it is a good price, so have a little look up of that one. It might, in fact it will be this one. Because look at that, it's only £3.59 and it's blinking lovely. I really like this one. It is the one in Japan because look, you've got the script down there. And I like this because I love all the detail, just delicious. So that is £3.59. I'll do that one again so you can see item number 886990. And obviously you can go onto the Create and Craft website afterwards to find them. Where do we go to order? So all you need to do, and do we pay a club premium to get club prices? Sorry to ask, I don't want to go to the wrong place. Just go on to the normal Create and Craft website. If you put the item number in on the search, it should come up. And that, hopefully, you'll be able to find it straight away. And yeah, if you want to join the club, then thank you, Jill, because I'd forgotten. £20 for the year. You join the club and you do get some serious deals, to be honest. It's 10% off all your orders. So, and more sometimes. So it really is, yeah, it's really good actually. And even get flexi on a lot of things, which is ridiculous. I mean, we didn't do that it's not ridiculous, it's great. But, you know, but yeah, I hope that helps. If not, if anyone struggles, please let me know. And we'll figure it all out together. So if you want to do a bit of stencil design, and I like the Facebook Lives because it's interactive. If I don't know it, I bet you any money somebody watching will. See, that's lush, innit? It's such a nice stencil as this one. I'm going to move it down here and pop a bit down here as well. And as I said, this is a canvas I've fallen out with. So I'm working over the top now. I know this has already got a bit of texture. So sometimes if you're working on a canvas that's already got a bit of texture, it won't, because it's not lying flat, it'll, you'll get a bit of, it won't be quite, you'll get a bit of distortion. That's the word I'm looking for. But we can live with a cheeky bit of distortion, can't we? And I'm going to pop a bit there. I'm holding this part of the stencil up. Oh, hold on a minute. It stopped. Now then, my live seems to have stopped. Oh, are we going again? I think we're going again. Yes, I was frozen. I was frozen as well. I'm hoping, yay, I'm not frozen. I'm just holding it too still. It's okay. I think we're unfroze. Are we all unfroze? I'm unfrozen, so I think we're okay. I tell you, it's our Wi-Fi. We are waiting We are getting, yes, back again. Yeah, we all lost me for a minute. It did freeze for a minute, but it's okay. I didn't do anything. I noticed we've frozen. Yeah, we've got new Wi-Fi coming, but because this country seems a bit broken at minute and everything takes forever, so we're still waiting for that. But when we've got our new Wi-Fi, at least we'll be able to do these things without interruptions. So what I'm doing is, because I want my crackle to blend, I've gone a bit heavy there, because I want it to blend into this, put your stencil on first and then put your freehand crackle. You'll find that way easier than trying to put your big lump of crackle and then putting your stencil. And also, it means that you're not putting your stencil in all of this. Now, your crackle, when you apply your crackle, the thinner you apply it, the more fine your crackles will be. However, if you apply it too fine, then you won't get any crackles. You'll just get a beautiful silver finish. The thicker, then you'll get those really nice chunky crackles. So I'm just going to leave that. Now, I've already prepped one, so it's ready. But I wanted to put that on here just to show you how I applied it. And obviously putting the stencil down first. So that's how I applied it. And I quite like doing that. I mean, I'm cleaning my palette knife on the project. But even though that won't crackle because it's too fine, I quite like the silver. I think it looks rather beautiful. As ever, if you know me, you know me. Oh, you hero, Carol. Carol is sharing the Stamperia. And she says, you don't have to be a member to shop, but you'll get the club prices. Carol, you are my hero. Thank you ever so much. And she's 100% correct. You don't have to be a club member at all. Sorry, I'm reaching over there. But yeah, club members do get the better prices, just as our Carol said. What's stuck in your head? Which tune? What have I sung? I don't know what I've been singing. Oh, thank you. I'm a member of the club. Just got fused. Oh, thank you, lovely ladies. Oh yeah, no, this is all on our Create and Craft site. Yeah, definitely. That's where you're going to get these deals and these discounts. Not directly with Stamperia. And if you just type in the item numbers, it should all come up. Hopefully, without any problems. Now, you know what I'm like. I like to, the stencil's lush, innit, Michelle? I really like this. It's a really nice stencil. So as ever with my stencils, cleaning the stencils, like a broken record, but put your stencil on your, now I'm using one of the journals. Now the journal, I don't know if you saw these are quite, they're a new addition to the Stamperia range. You know me, I like my journals. And this one, this is lush because they're using the stone paper. And at first, when I saw it, I thought, oh, why do I need stone paper though for a journal? Is that not like wasting a really cool stone paper? But actually, what it means is, look at that, cleaning your stencil, boom. Isn't that gorgeous? Sarah, hiya Sarah, watching on mute at the moment, as in a busy public place, Costa. We'll watch properly later, that's well funny, Sarah, but at least you got the shout out. I love that. Oh gosh, yeah, you don't want all of Costa listening to me. That's a bit scary. But look at that. I love it. Cleaning a stencil. So yeah, I'm not going to get any crackle there, but I've wasted nought. You know, that's a really lovely print. And this is in said journal. I'm going to, in fact, that's cleaned it really well. Because can you see all the little bits? Because it's a fine stencil, is this. So going over with the brush really allows you not just to get a second print, but it really allows you to clean that stencil, so you're wasting nothing. You know, there's nothing worse than sticking that in a bowl of water when it's full of products, because you're just wasting stuff. If you do want the little journals, yeah, they're really cute, are these. See, these are from the past collection, which is lovely. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? Boom. Club price £16 and 19 pence. And yeah, it's got that lovely stone paper. The stone paper, it will it'll take all sorts. I mean, you can sew on this, which is fantastic. Subtitles, David, did you see the subtitles? I did a Facebook live the other day on my club. I've got we've got a club page now, the Art Inspirations Creations group. It's a group. And I did a Facebook live on that, and they had subtitles. It came up with some really interesting subtitles. my accent. I tell you, it's worth having subtitles just to see what it makes out that I'm saying, just for the giggles, quite frankly. Anne, oh, lovely Anne, lovely to have your company. Pop in for a quick peep, catch up properly later. Oh, thank you, and take care. I hope you're really well. Okay, back to the job on hand. So switch your back round again. So that's where I'm up to first of all. Okay, now what I am going to do, I'm going to let these dry because I've created some of these little beauties. So this is using the I'll show it you, the grey board. Are you impressed? Look, I know where I've put things. So this is the cogs. Now I like this grey board because you've got tons of bits in here. Now I must admit, when I first got my grey board, I thought amazing, I can paint it all in one and then pop them out. Don't do that, because it's grey board. If you try and do that, the paint, when it soaks in, it wets it, and obviously the grey board reacts to the water, so then it becomes a right pain to actually pop them out and to pop out all these bits, whereas when it's dry, these pop out really easily. So even though it seems a bit of a faff painting them all individually, when you can do it in one, it is the best way, quite frankly. The other way, yeah, I got myself in trouble with the other way. I mean, they did come out, but not cleanly. We've got 2 grey board sheets on the show, on the live. I chose the cogs, but I also chose the alphabet. I really like the alphabet because obviously you can personalise anything, and I love the smell of these. It's obviously, it's not like MDF because this is board, but it's got that nice sort of, you know, burny smell, and I love that. They're right nice. Now, obviously, you know what I'm doing? Boom. It took me a long time to do all these, so we're doing it. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. What did it say? Oh, you love the cogs. Now, hold on. What did it say? Let's see. I'm just seeing if it said something funny. Yeah, it was funny. Honestly, Sir Vagabond. Oh, yeah. Yeah, honestly, when I say some things, what did that come up as, David? I can't remember now. It was something right dodgy, weren't it? Seriously, there's some... When it is on... Oh, take that out. When it is on your doodah, what's it, subtitles, my accent and subtitles, beautiful. Pearl, late to the party, Pearl, but don't you worry, you haven't missed the cocktail hour yet, so it's fine. Oh yeah, the subtitles. Oh, you managed to turn them off. Yeah, they do drive you a bit mad, don't they, to be fair? They're great for laughs, but they do your head in. Now, okay, so these, I will zoom in for this because this is why I love them. Look, oh, where am I? There, look, you can paint these and get some really nice little colours. So we're going for kind of a patina look with these, and hopefully you can see the texture as well, because, oh yes you can. So how I've done this, because this is lovely, all I've done, so I've got all my little bit of grey board. I'm going to take this one for us to play with first. I'll zoom out a little bit because otherwise I'll never hit the camera. So all I've done is taken, in the Allegro paints, I've got the warm yellow. I've also gone for one of my favourites, the beautiful turquoise. Now this is the Indian turquoise, and I've also used the earth. So they're the 3 colours that I've plumbed for. First of all, I did actually use a little bit of gold as well, but I haven't picked that up. And now I've also used a volume paste. Now, I haven't done a slide for this, but I know we've got it on the website. So if you shop by brand, Stamperia, sorry, I'm having a yawn. That's terrible, isn't it? That's the one, David. Now, I know if you're watching now, if you're reading comments, and it does seem like David said something really random, all it were doing is saying, when I said Sir Vagabond, it came out with, cervical something. That's what, and now you're all going, what? When we had subtitles on in the other live, it didn't understand, and it did come out with some absolute crackers. And yeah, the Sir Vagabond, it misinterpreted that like big time. I mean, big time. It got the wrong. It was just wrong on all the levels. So that's why David's put the cervical something. If you just think he's being really random, that's what I thought I'd better let you know that story, just in case you missed it. Trey said, start using speech recognition software. Oh, oh, for work today, oh, and it understands you, that's good. I must admit, I did it the other day when I was sending a message and walking dogs, and that actually worked, and it actually understood me, which I thought was amazing. And it even did full stop and paragraph. It was quite posh. Anyway, zoom you back over. So yeah, so the volume paste, check out the website, because I know we've got this, and it's cracking stuff. Now, it's really thick. So I'll tell you what it's like. It's like, I don't know if any of you have ever used the fibre paste. It's like fibre paste. So it's going to give you that depth. It's going to give you that that volume, as it says on the tin. However, it's not fibrous. So this is really, really smooth. So it's a little bit like the texture mediums. You know how they've got that really smooth texture finish, but it really does hold its peaks. I mean, it's cracking stuff, is this. So I'm putting a tiny bit out. I don't need much on my mat, because I don't want, I need less than that. I'm only doing 1 cog. So I'm only doing 1 cog this time. So let me scoop a lot of that back, because I'm not wasting now. I'm really tight. I don't know about you guys, but I've been seriously, over these last few days with the weather, honestly, I've been conserving water to the nth degree. People would laugh at me, what I've been doing. I've been putting, I'll do this while I clean my toothbrush. This is not my toothbrush. Just to confirm, don't clean my teeth with that. It's my paintbrush. Oh no, that isn't a toothbrush. Yeah, oh gosh, right, do you know what I've been doing to conserve water? This is ridiculous. So I got a box, and when I've been having a shower, I've been standing in a box and transferring the grey water, shower grey water, to a bigger box that I've then poured into a watering can to pour on the lawn. Yep. It's made showering a really long process, but it's made me feel better, so I'm not wasting any grey water. Oh, but you see, when I've been walking the dogs and you can see the stream going down, and it's like, oh, I need to do something. Honestly, I drive myself mad, but it makes me feel better. So what have I knocked over? Only paint, not my toothbrush water. Back to the board. So it's just started raining. I tell you what, it's nice, and the weather's definitely changed here. Ain't it close though? My breathing's been rubbish. I do have asthma a little bit, not much, but it's been rubbish. It's really close, but anyway, it's right. So I've put out my warm yellow, and I've put out too much here, definitely, because I'm only doing 1 cog. But I've got them already, you see, but I wanted to show you. I'm doing this cog because then it'll give it a bit of drying time. So what I've done is, first of all, I'm picking up a little bit of yellow, bobbing that on. You're better with a stippling brush, because that'll allow you to get the texture anyway. But then with the same brush, picking up a little bit of that structure paste. You know when I said I'd use too much? Now I've put too much away. So what you'll do, I need to get more of that. So get more of your volume paste, because I've tied it up too much. Drive myself mad. I'm going to bob a bit out with my finger, so I don't have to mess about cleaning any tools, because you don't have to clean your finger, right? So that's that volume paste. It's better to start too small than too much. So yeah, so you're picking up a little bit of the volume paste on your brush and then tapping it on as well. And what this does, you get the colour, but you get the texture. So I'm going to move on for a bit of blue, and you can see, so just bobbing that on. And this, mixing your blue and your yellow, you'll get that really good sort of patina green. So merging them together, let's pick up some more volume paste, like that. Just dabbing that on. So I'm not bothering mixing them, just literally picking the paste up. So just getting the paste on the brush. I'm not cleaning the brush in between any of it, because you don't need to. Because you kind of, with this technique, you want those colours to merge. You don't want a solid colour. You want, because when you look at your rusts and your patinas and that, you know, or you get those lovely sort of mergy colours, don't you? So get that yellow. I love doing this, you know. It's just so satisfying. I like seeing all the colours merge together, and I like seeing that texture. A little bit of that blue, gone a bit heavy with the blue there, but that's okay. If you go too heavy, and it's that kind of green that I love getting with this, and again getting that lovely texture. If you go too heavy, just pick up one of the other colours And you can see how those colours are all starting to blend together deliciously. There we go. Move it away from that background so you can see there. And you've got all that lovely texture. Now I'm going to take a tiny bit of brown. I only want a little bit of brown because this will just give me, it'll just darken some of it. So I'm going on a bit much so. So I'm going on lightly so then I can take it off if need be. Like so. And again, just a little bit of that texture. See, this is why I prep these. It takes ages, but I really like doing this. It's one of those techniques that's dead satisfying because it's watching the colour, isn't it? You see, it's watching the colour change and just look delicious. Again, a little bit more yellow till I'm happy. I promise I won't keep doing this over and over and over. Beautiful. So I'm happy with that. She says going in for another brown. I'm going to leave it because let me show you. So you've got all those lovely colours. Isn't it nice? Obviously you can play as long as you want. Every one you can get different. I have with these ones, these are dry. When it's dry, you're going to get that texture. And then I've gone over with, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I've gone over with a bit of gold. And the bit of gold will just give you that really nice shimmer. Can you see? There. So it'll give you that really nice shimmer. And the gold really emphasises all the texture on there. And that volume paste, honestly, it gives you such beautiful texture. Really, really lovely. Yeah, the colours are gorgeous, aren't they? Really, really nice. Love this stuff. So I used, for that one, it was the warm yellow, it was the Indian turquoise, and then it was the earth. And the Indian turquoise and the, let me show you that swatch again, because the Indian turquoise and the other turquoise, this would be the last swatch I find, wouldn't it? See, they're very different. So that's your Indian, and that's your turquoise. So the turquoise, regular turquoise, has got kind of a jade tone to it. So they are really different. Yeah, it's well grungy. It's lovely. And it's one of those techniques, like whatever colours you're using, you're going to get a variation. Like using that volume paste with when you're creating rusty effects, that'll look lush as well. I'll just clean my board, pop that to one side. Now, bear with, because look at all that paint. As you well know, we can't waste that now, can we? Because that would be rude. So we have got my lovely little art journal. Let me just feel this. Now that, because it was fine, that's dry already. Amazing. So with something like this, what we can do is spritz it. And I know I've got the volume paste there, but we don't need to worry about that. Just get a nice big paintbrush and just splodge on some of these colours. I love that yellow. It is gorgeous. So splodging that on. I'm going to wet my page actually. I love the stone paper. The stone paper is ace. I mean, you can really wet that paper and it's doing nout. It's a really good paper, is that? To get all your mixed media goodies on. Put the blue on there as well, so just dabbing those colours on, and I'm just cleaning my mat, so I'm not trying to actually finish this page or anything. This is literally just cleaning my mat. So bringing this on. This isn't the project. this is my, and this is why I like having your journals, because as you're doing something like this, as you've got a project on the go, if you've got a journal, when you are cleaning, so cleaning the stencil, cleaning up your paint, as you're cleaning, you've got this to work on. And I really like that. Stone paper is a really interesting, Tracy, because it's a really weird product. And that's the best way of describing it, weird and interesting and cool. Because it does all sorts, like, please look up on Stamperia, their tutorials, because they've got some really cool bag making with stone paper, because you can sew it and stuff. It's super cool, and it is, yeah, bizarre product. But look at that. Now, from all that waste of paint, so you know when you see people and they just scoop up the paint and waste it, we could have made a really beautiful background. And that is literally water and your paint just dabbed onto the page, and that already looks like a really cool page, doesn't it? That's so, I really like doing things like this, because then you can go back to that, and that you're literally putting on what, one of your embellishments. That's going to look well good. I don't want to see that side of it currently, but it's just so quick, and that's just the stuff. Don't want to bang on about stuff like that. I know you always have to have more than one project on go, because that's tidying up. You see, man, I'll never finish them. Sometimes I do, but not very often, do I? I never finish a project, let's face it. Honestly, I've got that many half-done projects, it's ridiculous. While I'm tidying, oh, look, I can do this. I can chuck in the stills. So while I'm tidying, bear with, item number... Oh, so that's the journal I was using. So if you did, I'm so pleased I've done these. That's that journal I was using. So that's the one with the stone paper. So if you wanted that, that's there for you. Or of course, if you did want the beautiful paints, we have got the paints for you. And with the paints, that's always a really good deal. It's always a good deal, the paints, and they are lush. So you've got those wonderful paints there as well. Super. Next. Okay, so one I prepared earlier. Oh, David, it's just started raining proper. Hey, I tell you what, as you say that, our skies have gone grey. Don't you just love a storm? I love storms. They're so cool. I know it's a bit weird, but I like being intensive. Caravans in storms, you know, when you can really hear it. And we camped on the edge of really stupid. Where? Somewhere beautiful. Not Whitstable, Whitby. On the edge of the sort of the cliff bit. Yeah, we camped there, tent. And honestly, it literally, I refused to get out the tent, but the canvas from my nose, ridiculous. I did get out the tent eventually, went and slept in the car. But I love it, love a storm. Anyway, weirdo alert. Here's the canvas. So this is a big old canvas actually that I've started. I've used a gold paste. Obviously I prepped this because I wanted it to dry. So I'm going to do a wash on this. But before I do the wash on it, I am going to put the paper on. So one of the papers I wanted to use. So I'm going to be using our wonderful background papers first. Oh, they're just delicious. Absolutely beautiful. Every single one of these is just gorgeous. So it does mean I could literally just go for it and not really overthink. Because they are, yeah, I mean, look at that. They're amazing. They're amazing. It's still difficult because it's like, well, I want that one and I want that one. Do you know? So eventually you just have to go for it. Yeah, I love sitting and watching lightning. It's just exciting, isn't it? It's just exciting. So that one, I'm going to go for, I kind of like, for this one, I like that. I like the pattern. So I'm going to go for a pattern. We're all waiting for the rain to come. It's been beautiful. I tell you what, I don't know if anyone knows this, but you know the, what are them insects called? That they rub their little legs together and make that really nice noise that you always hear on holidays. No, I want to say cicada, but I think I'm really saying it wrong. But you know what I mean. I'm sure there's one near my house. But I kind of think, because it's in exactly the same place, it's been exactly the same place every night. So I'm wondering if one of my neighbours has just got like a ringtone on like the doorbell that they play to people just so it sounds like we're on those holidays. Not really sure, but it's been every night. Well, it's been warm and it's been like, oh, I feel like I'm on my holidays. And all that is like in Arundel. It's been great. Anyway, spinning around. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Sue. Cicada. But I know I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, see, it might just be a good old cricket, mightn't it? Because we do have cricket. Like, obviously, crickets make the same kind of sound, don't they? Yeah, it'll be a cricket, won't it? It won't be a cicada. Because they're not in England, are they? Anyway, it sounded lovely. So, take my paper. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to rip and tear it. So I want a piece that's going to sit at the top here. But I am going to tear it. I think I'll tear it this way. So if I tear it towards me, then I'm going to get the white bits showing. Like so. So I'm going to have it coming across like this. Now, I do like that stencil bit. So I'm going to have a bit of a... There we go. I'm going to have a little bit... Oh, someone's got their umbrella out. I presume it's raining. My room is great because I can see outside, I can see onto the car park, so I can be super nosy, which is right up my street because I'm very nosy. I'm going to cut this bit off, so I'll just pop a little line there so I know where I'm chopping, like so. Oh, let me get my big scissors, which are right behind me. I should do this with my paper trimmer, but I've put that somewhere safe and I can't be bothered getting it, so I'm just going to do it with my scissors, like so. I am gonna now, I don't know where my roughing up tool is, because your roughing up tool's great. It's miles better than using scissors. But, I'm going to stab that, aren't I? But because I don't know where my roughing up tool is, I'm using my scissors. So I'm just going around my paper with my good old scissors. I must admit, though, your scissors, you can do a chunky bit at a time, can't you? You just have to be careful. But I must admit, doing this, the only thing I have done is what I've just done there, ripping paper. But I don't mind doing that because I think the rips and the tears kind of look good on it. So, ripping that, I just don't like the noise. It goes through me a little bit. Don't mind that, but yeah, some of it like that, when you don't hit it proper, it goes through me. Anyway, what you're saying, we're all talking about crickets, that's okay. I reckon it must have been a cricket. There. So, we've got our lovely sea, and it looks a bit battered. So you're after it looking a little bit battered. Like so. Tell you what, when we're doing the live in the studios, yeah, I've got the blinds open proper. Oh, it is coming down now. Yeah, it's starting to rain. What were I going to say? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. I interrupted myself. Oh, yeah. When we're live, on the telly live, have you ever heard when it rains, you can hear the rain, can't you? Our ceilings in the studio, they're just not thingy enough, soundproof enough for the rain. And when it rains, it sounds fabulous. But it is hilarious because it's like, oh, yeah, you can hear everything. Okay, I'm going to do the same again here. I'm going to take this piece so I don't have to cut it, and I'm just going to tear off a corner. So again, just ripping it towards me and tearing off. So I've got that lovely. Oh, I wish I could see it and no one could see him, but they absolutely can. They can definitely see him. So I have to remember at all times people can see me. So you can't get away with anything. Now, you see, I'd like that there, but it looks weird, so I'm going to do that. And this is it. It's funny, innit? When you're doing things like this, eventually you get over hating covering things up. Initially, I hated it. I hated doing the layers and covering all my my first bits up. And I'd watch people who did all the mixed media and all the layers, and I'd think, but why are they doing that? Why are they covering it? And then once you get into it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, fair play, because it does look good. And it's those layers, those first layers, that do add the depth to it. Granted, sometimes there are some artists I watch, and they'll, like your artist, not your crafter artist, your artist, and they'll do something and then literally completely cover it so you don't see anything. Oh, are we frozen? No, I'm not frozen. Oh, thank goodness, it was just a quick freeze. Phew. That's good. We don't want freezing, do we? We don't want it freezing. Okay, now, the glue I'm using mixed media glue. Now, again, we haven't put this specifically on the show, but it will be on the website, I think. So just have a little look-see. When you type in Stamperia, you should see all the goodies on there. And I'm just going to get my paintbrush and dry off my paintbrush. Yeah, Tracy, it makes me smile every time I make a background and cover it. Does it make you feel like you've mastered something? Do you know what I mean? It's like when I cut into my papers, I feel quite proud of myself that I've cut into my papers. I tell you, small things in life. Oh, I was going to film for you. I cleaned my brayer today. But I did, you know when you've got a really mucky brayer and you peel the paint off? Oh, look, that's when you don't clean your paintbrush properly. And I'd peeled all the paint off, and I did film it, but I didn't film it in slow-mo, so I wanted to do it again but deleted it, but I cleaned the brayer by then, so I couldn't do it again. But I tell you, it's one of the best things ever, cleaning brayer by peeling the paint off. You have to let it get pretty dirty to do it, but honestly it's worth it. Right, I'm roughing up my edges because I do not want them edges to fly flat, so really rough up those edges. So the more you scrub into it, put your glue on first and then really scrub into them, and then you'll rough up those edges. Okay, I'm not bothered about that blue because we're going to be painting over it anyway. The same on the side. I'm using my nail now to really rough it up a bit. In fact, it's kind of good that I had a dirty paintbrush because it's helped me paint this before I went in to paint it. There we go. So roughing that up with my nail so we've not got any smooth edge. Perfect. That's one side done, like that, making sure it has glued down. It's funny, isn't it? Look at my paintbrush, the colours. That is literally the colours when they were blended together. Right, and this side as well. So again, I'm going to take my mixed media glue. Now, oh, that's too much, kid. Now, the mixed media glue is great because it seals things. So then when you're working over the top, so say with, oh, good grief. Hey, I'm glad I wore my pinner. So say you're using over the top of these one of your vintage pastes, then you need, if you're using your paper specifically, if you're using your paper and you go over with your antiquing paste, that's the word I'm after, and if your paper hasn't been sealed, then your paste won't come back off again. And what you're doing, you're putting it on and then taking it back off again. So you need to have sealed it, otherwise you just make really brown paper, which obviously the first time I did it, that is what I did. Because let's face it, if there's a mistake to be made, I will definitely do that for you. So applying that glue, and again taking off the excess because it doesn't need to be really sloppy. And the reason I'm going over is just as I said. Oh, that dried quick. The mixed media glue does dry quick because they've designed it for mixed media, so they want it to dry quickly because they know that that's what we're doing. We're doing all our layers and stuff, and we don't want to wait 10 hours for glue to dry. And again, just roughing up my edges. Rough, rough, rough. Rough, rough, rough. Like so. Oh, what's this? Hold on a minute. Children used to do that in class, and I'd stand shocked. Oh, what, covering everything up, doing the layers and covering. Kids are just braver than us as well, though, aren't they? You know, when it comes to craft, when I used to do my workshops, kids would be great. Like when you did adult workshops, all the adults would want to do exactly what you were doing. Whereas the kids, none of the kids wanted to do exactly what you were doing. Every single kid would want to do something different. And I love that. It's like, it's so unique. And I tell you what, there were one, and a lady sat in with her daughter, and her daughter were painting, I think we were decorating butterflies or something. And her daughter wanted to use all these magnificent colours. And her mum were trying to get her to use like normal colours, like you would, because you want it to look pretty. And I thought, that's so interesting, isn't it? You know, as kids, we're willing not to worry about what is the proper colour. You know, it's just that wonderful, just going for it. And it's just that freedom, isn't it, that kids have. That as we get old, we lose the freedom. Oh, I've got new comments, it's saying to me. Just had to give someone a reference for a job. It's a bit random, babes. At least it weren't on here, otherwise that would have foxed us, quite frankly. There we go. So already I've got, see already, look how gorgeous it looks, just a couple of bits of paper. Next, we're going to do, it worked there, rain just started here in Suffolk. It smells wonderful and fresh for now. Yes, indeed, for now. Okay, so next, let's create the background. So we're going to do a bit of a wash. So first of all, I'm going to go in with the golden sand. Now, this one, as I showed you with the swatches, and I'm going to do it again, because, see, again, they do look very similar. In the pots, they look very similar, but you can see the golden sand is so different from the ivory and the white. You know, they are really different colour tones. So if you are saving these, then it is absolutely worth having a look at that swatch. I'll pop that online. Mind you, it's the colours. But I will. I'll pop it online and then you'll see. So you'll be able to see the different colour palettes. Okay, so because I'm going to do a thingy, a wash with this, I am going to spritz onto my canvas. Now, I know realistically what you do is spritz first and wet your paint. But you know me, I don't do anything right way around. Let me just see if there's a brush behind me, so I don't have to clean that brush again. Bear with, folks, sorry. I haven't froze. It's just me rummaging and I can't find the brush I want. I've had a bit of a one with brushes recently. Right, so I'm going to start with my golden sand. Bobbing this on. Like so. I'm just creating a little bit of a wash. You would absolutely go around the edges. I probably won't for the whole demonstration just because it's not very exciting watching me do the edges. But do a few and then, because it does look a lot better if you've got those edges covered as well. The road edges do look lush, don't they? And I'm not bothered that I'm covering up my gold either. I'm not too fussed about that. Okay, so go around the edges like so. Maybe that one there. And then the top. I've got my pinny on, so it's safe. And I definitely want to do this because I want to, with the paints, I definitely want to actually cover the paper. So the paper isn't going to be just as it is. There we are. Now, because I have sealed the paper with that mixed media glue, it does mean, mind you, I haven't let it dry yet. It is better if you let it dry. But it does mean I've got a bit of time to actually take the paint off. So if I paint it and I don't want it like that just yet, then I can lift it. I'm going to lift a little bit of the paint there. And I'll dust a bit off on there. And dust a bit off on there. So I've still got it. And now I like that because it's kind of knocked that back a little bit. So that's our first layer. We're going to get braver. We're going to get a bit darker and go with the earth. So, cheeky bit there. I won't put as much. And again, blast it with my water. So I've got that canvas really nice and wet to work on. And I'm making sure you would dry your paper. I didn't even think about it. I'm really, as you probably know by now, I'm really bad like that. I don't think about drying my layers. So now I definitely want to come into this paper and get that. So I'm starting to, so it's not perfect. We definitely don't want that paper perfect. So getting that really nice washed look. So it's not perfect. And so some paint's thicker than other portions of paint. Like that. Beautiful. I'm working into the paper now. Coming up and working into that paper. So it all becomes one. Like so. Now this time I'll fix this before my next layer. Boom. Okay, let's keep that there. I'm going to fix it with my heat gun. Well, a heat gun. Oh, look at that. Is that, what's that shadow? Oh, I've frozen. Hold on a minute, gang. I've froze. Come on, come back, please. Come back. Let's hope he comes back. Let's hope he comes back. Yay, I know, we've lost me. I think. Is it coming back yet? No, it isn't. Come on. Come back, come back, come back, come back, please. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, it's still frozen here. Poor Veronica. Don't matter, Veronica, we're frozen. I'm going to have to... Ah, really? So you can still hear me. Oh, this is good. Well, this is a boring bit. I froze it on purpose while I did the heat gun action. I didn't realise you could still hear me. It is really annoying, isn't it? What I might do is, gang, stop it and have to start again, I think. Because it sounds like you're all there, but for some reason, I wonder. Ah, that's working, isn't it? Oh, that means it's me. It's this one. Bear with, folks. So it means that that one is... No, I don't know why. Okay, let me see if that's working now. No, that's frozen. That's really weird. So it seems that this one's working, but the other one... Is this picture still frozen? Yeah. So this one isn't frozen yet. My camera 2 is frozen. Right, wait a minute, folks, because I'm going to have to faff for 1 second, because it seems like this disconnect. Okay. I'm going to have to share this device. Now, just bear with, folks. I am faffing a little bit because I'm hoping that it'll find this now. Oh, he's being an idiot. See, it did this before and it wouldn't let me use me. So what I do when I'm doing these, my overhead is my camera, my phone, but it was doing this earlier, and basically it was something to do with Wi-Fi connection, and that's why it wasn't letting me, it wasn't sharing anything. And but it was the Wi-Fi, and that's when we had to go and turn off the Wi-Fi and turn it back on again. And it's just because for some reason it wasn't letting 2 cameras use it at once, and it wouldn't even let me add the source, because you're meant to, sorry, now I'm faffing, folks, because you're meant to be able to add your source. And some 2, 3, 3. So it should, I mean, that really should work. But yeah, it's been really funny, and I don't really know what I'll do, folks. I do apologise. It's frustrating. It's technology, isn't it? It's technology. So if I just turn this off and on again, because let's face it, off and on again is generally the way, isn't it? Anybody who's still watching, we got the rain. I love it because we've all been given weather reports. I'm going to see now. I'm going to see what my comments are. See if you're all... You can see me. At least you can see... At least we know one camera's working. So if worst comes to worst, I'll have to somehow get this twisted around so you can see this one. That might have to be what we're doing. But hopefully if I can get this one to work. So yeah, what I normally do, folks, is... Because I use this switcher account. So this one is my camera, is my phone's my overhead. So I want to stop that one and then share this device. So then theoretically, you see, it should be talking to each other, but for some reason they're refusing to talk to each other. Add my source, so mobile screen. I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. I've done all of that. I've done that. Connect by ULR. We've done that, folks. Oh, this is very boring, isn't it? It seems that they are refusing to speak to each other again. I'm so sorry. Right, what I can do is forget that one for now. So what I'll do is see if I can spin this. Bear with, folks. There we go. So take it off selfie mode. So we'll give you this mode. Whee! This is a craft room. This is my window. I'm going to see if I can spin this. So it's going to look a bit weird at minute because I'm going to be changing your angles. So everyone hold on to their horses because I'm just going to get this, I hope, to spin. Hopefully I'm unlocking the right bits. No, that's that way. I want to unlock it that way, which might be that one. If my iPad suddenly drops off the holder, you know I didn't do it right. There's always some, you know when, oh, there you go. Boom, we've done it, gang. When I say we. You know when I said about your technical stuff and I'd nailed it? Yeah, I haven't. There you go. So we've got that. So, selfie mode. Okay, that's the roof. You don't want to see roof. And spin it round. At least you're there. Okay, so we've got that. I'm right on my work, aren't I? Where's my camera? There's my camera. Okay. So what we might have to do is pop it here, like so. Like this. Okay. And I'm gonna... Sorry, I hope you're all bearing with me while I sort this out. Okay, so let me just tighten everything back up again so nothing falls off. And what I don't want is my iPad in my paint. That might make me swear. You know what I'm like, I never swear on television. In real life, I'm a right potty mouth. Okay, boom, I think that's it. Oh, there's always a way. I mean, not perfect. It's not really what I wanted, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay, we're there. We're there. I'll just zoom in to show you things. That's it. So, I've already cleaned this. Yeah, sorry about that. It isn't the perfect angle, but for now, it's what I've got. So, it'll do for now, won't it? Okay, so... That's my first wash. So my next wash, what I'm going to do, because this is nice and dry now, we can go in with another wash. So with this one, I want to add some of that turquoise. So that turquoise, this is that Indian turquoise. So I'm mixing and matching it all with the papers and obviously with the wonderful cogs that I'm going to be using. Again, I've dried that first layer, so hopefully that should stay put. But now get my next layer. Get the water on there and then really working it in to the paper and the paper edge. So again, oh, can you hear the thunder? Well, put my messages back on. Yay! Oh, gremlins. Crisis avoided. Yay! There we go. So really working this in now. Getting those papers, getting that lovely colour all merged in. So we've got that nice background going on like that. And again, going right over the paper and over the wonderful thingy. Crackle paint. Crackle paint, Leona. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to blame the weather, but it were already been a pain in the butt before I went live and before the weather started. So it's I tell you what it is, it's when I'm in this back room, you see, my little craft room, because we're at the other end of building, if you will, and I think it's just not as keen down here. It's just one of them, innit? Wi-Fi. Right, there you go. It makes me laugh because, you know, you get a mobile phone that's meant to be a phone that you can speak to people anywhere, but I mean, how many times do you use your mobile phone and actually you can't speak to no one? The one thing you can't do on it is actually use it as a phone. Right. Layers. Now, when you're doing stuff like this, just keep adding that colour on. Keep doing it until you're either bored or happy. But just keep getting those colours, merging them together. So just like we were doing before, just merging those colours. And so some parts I'm going to have a lot deeper and other parts it's going to be more subtle. If there's bits you don't like, as I said before, because we've got that paint on, I can always pull some of this colour back off again. And I like that. I like knowing that I've got that. It's kind of your security blanket, is that? Because it just lets you, if there's something you don't like, you've got to get out of jail card free. Get out of jail free card. There we go. And then just merging those colours in. So you're blending those in. Beautiful. Like so. So this bit, not keen on that bit. So going in and with a soft rag, and I can lift that off. And I like that now because it doesn't look like my paper. It looks, it's been knocked back. So it's got that really kind of wash over it. So it don't look new. It don't look too papery. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it can look too papery. But now it just looks like it's got a really nice wash on it. Beautiful. And that crackle, I love it because I use the gold crackle and I've completely covered up the gold. But I really like it. It's funny, innit? And once you get over it, you forget, don't you? You actually forget what colours it were, and you forget that, oh yeah, I really like that, and I've covered it. There. Just making sure I've got in those nooks and my crannies. And then what I'll do is a boring bit and do a blast on this. So while I blast this, I obviously can't see you anymore because otherwise I'd have to stick my head down there. But this is gorgeous. Thank you very much, Tracy. What did he say? How can you say that, David? What did David say? I don't know what you're talking about. But that's okay. Hi, Susan. Hi, Susan, David saying. Agree about the colours. That's brilliant. So, again, those paints, because I've done this, I am absolutely sharing it again. So, your paints. If you do want any of those paints, the details are there for you. Oh, it's great. Remember, we have got that deal with the papers as well. That's your big deal, is the papers. So if you do want to get hold of those, it is a massive saving, actually, isn't it? You're £7, but then obviously even better if you're a club member. I don't normally do this on lives. I'm doing it because I can. And it's exciting. But yeah, so that's your fabulous paper deal as well. And the background paper is the one I'm using currently, which is just lovely. I'll take that off so you can see where we're up to. There you go. So you can see those wonderful colours. Now, I think I'm happy with the colours. I might change my mind, but at the minute I'm pretty happy with those colours. So, whee, you nearly got it. You nearly really got a bird's eye view. No, you really got a close-up then. I nearly dropped you. So, you've got that canvas. Now, what we're going to do is start building up onto the canvas. So, this is the easy bit. Do I like that? Yeah. Do I want to add more colour? Shall I put some yellow in? Yes. I do want to add a little bit of yellow because I really love the yellow. So let's have a little bit of yellow. Let's add another bit of blue because one of my favourite things is mixing these two. And I've gone way too heavy. This is the bit where I get too carried away now. Too carried away. Water it because then these paints are actually quite thick paints. So what you'll find is if you don't water them, you know, they go on really quite thick. So it is nice to just water those down a little bit. So bring in the yellow, bring it in here as well. Let's get some of that coming down here. Oh, I love that colour. It's just beautiful. You know what I'm going to end up doing, don't you? I'm going to end up making the whole thing yellow and then going to have to go back in with a brown. You know it. But this is the beauty of you having to watch a full live. I think it's quite nice though, isn't it? You know, actually finishing something and not having to rush off and you know, go to something else. That, I suppose that's why the lives are so popular, isn't it? Because you can watch sort of start to finish if you want, or you can leave it and come back to it another time, or come back to it and fast forward the sort of boring bits, if you will. Because these aren't, I mean, they're not boring bits to do. These are the fun bits to do, but when you're watching sometimes, they're not as fun. There we go. Is that because I'm dead impatient when I'm watching? I'm really impatient when I'm watching. Right, there we go. Now get your blue. So, I love these colours together. So mixing that blue into your yellow. So you're going to get that really lovely green. Oh, I'm much happier with that. I can't tell you how much happier I am with that. That is, yeah, that's way more exciting. So bringing that in now. So you've got that lovely, lovely combo. Like so. Just dabbing it in. I'm using a thingy brush. Thingy, not my toothbrush. Stippling brush. You know what, when I get older, I'm going to be horrendous. I mean, I'm horrendous already. Words just, they don't stick in my head. It's because you just don't, your brain, you have to keep using it for words. You would think, though, being on TV, I wouldn't need to worry about that. I do use words. Right, okay. Put another bit of blue, like so. So just layering that at the bottom, like that. It looks really good over at Crackle. Even though I've, lost all my gold Crackle. I did say about going around the edges. I'm not going to be going around edges for this one, just because I don't want you to have to see me do that. Although it does look so much more professional when you do. I mean, you have to. If you're doing this properly at home, you have to. It is absolutely the rules. There we go. Keeping that bit of blue. And just, let's get that so it really blends in. So use my finger. If I use my finger, I'm not relying on the brush. Because you always get the edge of the brush, don't you? There we go. Love that. Love, love, love those colours. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. Really happy with that. And then what I am going to do to finish my painting, get a little bit of the brown. Now this time I am going to water it down before I put it on. So pop a bit there. I'm not chatting as much to you because doing it this now, I haven't got my extra camera, so it's harder to see. And my toothbrush. Yeah, well, that's what I said before. I thought I was using my toothbrush. I tell you, it's a worry. Now, what I love the lives. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? They are nice, are the lives. It's just so relaxed, isn't it? Oh, thank you. See now the colours. It is lovely seeing how things build up. It really is. And it's one of them as well sometimes. I've done things on telly and, I've been part way through it. Then we've run out of time and it's run out of time at the really rubbish bit. You know what I mean? But then when you finish it off, it does look cool, but people only see the rubbish bit. It's a bit embarrassing, that. Right, we want some drippage. So we'll put a bit up here like this. And let's get... You're not going to be able to see this because I need to hold it up to make it drip. I wonder if it'll tilt. How can I make it tilt easily? If I do it that way? Yes. Right, you ready? Oh no, where's my camera? Oh, it's not tilting that much, but still. There. Yes. This is tricky. I am holding my iPad and my canvas. Cheeky bit tricky. Hold on. Tighten this a second. Oh yeah, I don't. This doesn't feel stirred. Just spritz in that, and then get it to run. Yum! I mean, it's just my favourite thing, making paint run. I love it. It just always looks so good, and it makes it look. If you're doing anything vintagey, it makes it look more vintagey, doesn't it? If it's running. And I wanted it to be I wanted it to be a strong brown. So I don't want to faff about too much. There we go. Just give it another spritz and get that movement. Perfect. Love that. And then we're going to do the same again. Let's see how much I can move that camera. Oh my gosh, quite a bit. Oh no, there's the camera. I'm blinking it. Sorry, it's my fingers. Forgot where camera's there. Oh, look at that. Boom. Who's getting dizzy yet? Who's getting dizzy yet? What you been talking about now? Plus you're not being directed. I know. Always let me down, the winged one. Oh, I don't know who you're talking about. So I'm trying to catch up on what you're talking about. But I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to leave you to your talking. So... catch up later, see the gossip later. So I'm having another little cheeky dribble going in here. So I want it coming in from behind my paper. So I'm just getting my paint and squidging it in behind that paper like that. And then spritz, and get it to, hopefully, run. So, oh yeah, that's nice. Now this is lush because this is difficult to show you. But can you see... Oh, yes, you can. Look on the texture from the stencil. That's just lovely. See, things like that, that makes me super happy. Right, I am gonna prop this up a second so it can carry on running whilst I sort my camera out. So I'll do that. So while I sort you lot out, oh, come on, you must be dizzy by now. Whee! Whee! Okay, where are we? So you're there. This is the funniest. Okay, there, boom. We've got you. We've got you back, gang. I've got you back. And I'll show you my dribbles. Have a look at that. Oh, I'll spin it round. Look at that dribble. What a cracking dribble. Innit? Oh, have you ever seen such a lovely dribble? Marvellous. So, let's give that a blaster eye. See, I'm wondering if the camera, I'm not going to wonder about the camera. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And we'll worry about the camera another day. I don't know, am I ever going to... Well, to be honest, we are getting it set up properly to do Facebook Lives. So when we do that, then we won't have to rely on my phone for the camera. So when we do that, we're just waiting for, I don't know what it is, marketing to do backdrop or something. So when we've got that sorted, then at least then it's not going to be reliant on my phone. Because I think a phone Wi-Fi for this, especially when it's a work Wi-Fi and everyone's on it, it's just not, it's not stable enough, is it? So, right, there we go. Dry this off. I love that. I love all this. I'd probably, if I were not doing this as a live, I don't want you to just watch me dribble paint for like another hour, but I'd probably spend even longer dribbling paint, I'm not going to lie. A, because it's my favourite thing, but B, because I just love that movement and that texture. And then when you dry it off and you get all those lovely colours all crisping up there, I just think they look beautiful. And like the curl paper now, it looks really nice and proper shabby now. Let's have a look at our, while I'm doing this. Steady on, Leon. I know, David. Were you feeling the move? Everything we're moving. I think, love the colours. Thank you very much. I love the lives. Oh, miss you on Sunday. Well, that's okay because you can still add Jean. You can still catch it up. And I love that because on Facebook they're there, you know, so you can still get them. I like that. I like that at least they're still there and they don't just disappear. And theoretically, I think this is going to YouTube as well. It should have been, but it might not have been. I don't know. I don't know if I managed to do that. But we will see. I'll see after where I actually sent it to. There. Boom. We're sorted. So, we've got our first layer. Okay. Layer of paint at any rate. So now, this is actually the easy bit. Because now we're going to start layering the embellishments up. Fabulous. So our lovely embellishments. So I'm coming back to the papers because the embellishments are mainly from the papers. So this is the main paper pack. And as you can see, I've properly cut into it. You get your 12 by 12 as well. I love that you get your 12 by 12 and your 8 by 8 because sometimes these are too big for your projects. For something like this, perfect. But the card, it might be too big. So, I've spritzed it. The whole thing's wet through. So, it's brilliant you get your 8 by 8 as well. Yeah, wet through. I better move it out of the way. So, what I've already cut out of my paper is my lovely lady. So, I've got the world's greatest aviator. So, she is going to be going on down at the bottom here. Like so. I've then taken that because I love it. I do like the fact that they're double-sided, but I'm just going to use a single side. So I'm going to put that maybe there because I like all that detail there, like this. And then I've taken now out of, and I've chopped into mine, but you've got loads of, we've got a few. We've got chipboard embellishments and all mine are mixed together. So there's chipboard embellishments and there's these lovely transparencies. They're ace because it's a different kind of finish that you get with these. They're really, really nice. Oh, bear with. I'll show you. You know what's coming, don't you? Now, is it that one? Boopy doopy doo. Just have to wait a minute. I don't know where that's gone. Oh, I had a page for that. There it is. Yay! Die cuts. So that's your die cuts. They're the clear ones, actually. I do think we have the other ones as well, but they're the clear ones. Again, all of these can be found on the Create and Craft website. So have a look on there. That's where you'll find everything, and that's where you'll get all the deals as well. There are some special prices that the girls put on just for this Facebook Live. So let's get building. And I love this bit because this is the bit that everything starts taking shape. Sorry about the angle. I can't get my camera any further over, but I will obviously share this with you. So that's one of those big transparencies, which is lush. So that can come over here, or I might put it over there like that. Oh, I like that. So we've got Steampunk Flight. See, that looks rather nice over here. Like so. We're going to have our cogs. So let's bring in some of those wonderful cogs. Like that. I do like that bit there. I want to see that. So bring in some of those cogs. Got some little ones coming in. Boom. Like that. And then bring in some more of these cogs down here as well. Because the cogs are grand. I love them. And you wouldn't think that these are just grey board. I've got different colours. You know, they feel, especially when they've been painted, they look and feel fabulous. They've just got such good texture to them. And I like them because they're quite lightweight. So if you are using them for your card making, they're fab for that as well. Because they're not too heavy. Pop a few under there. Let's pop one under there. Like so. And let's have another one under there, like that. Okay, so we've got our lovely cogs. Perfect. I like that. And then we've got, now, you know I said about, hold on a minute, A-S-C-A. Right, so E, escape this, we're meant to say, oh, I've done it, E-S-C, oh no, I haven't, I've lost an E, Bob. E-P, I knew I'd lose something. So I'm going to have to make a new... Oh, did I? I did cut out another one. I did paint it as well. Oh, this is where I want to swear, everybody. Let's make a new word. So, it just doesn't look as good, does it? What shall we have? Space. I'll find another E. So, what we want to do, I want it to be escape. So, we're going to have... escape on here. E-S-C-A-P. I bet I lost it in all my faff, didn't I? Can you see that? Doesn't that look cool? Oh, you're down here. There you go. Right, hold on. Is it under? Right, I need to look under my board. I'm going to wobble you again. It's not under there. Oh, we'll have to paint a new one. Right, so... all it is one of the grey board. So, taking the grey board, and as I said, see, I've definitely used it. It's here somewhere. Oh, that's so enough. Oh, you know what? Did I pick it up when I tidied these up? Go on, put your hands up. Who's hid it? Where have you put it? Who's nicked me? Oh, do me own head in. It's definitely here somewhere. Did I leave it over there? And I can't swear. I'm not going to swear. I don't even want to swear. I mean, I don't even want to swear. So I'll just do another one. So what I did was, took my little E out, like so. Like this. Got my black pen, which is obviously over to the side of the room, but it only takes me a second. I've not froze. I'm just getting my paint. So, got my black paint, like this, ta-da, and then give it a little slap of paint first. Don't need much, because it is only teeny. Oh, that's got blue on it. Come on, kid, use a clean paintbrush, don't be Don't be miserly. So, yeah, I like these. You won't be able to see it in a second. Boom, disappeared on the mat. So you've got your little grey board. By gum. So we got our little cheeky little letter E. And then what I did, because I didn't want this just plain, so I'll just blast it dry really quickly. And I know where it is, I can see it this time. So I will hold it in place to give it a blast dry. And it'll dry really nice and quick. See, what I do love about that paint as well. Have you seen how matte it is? See, there's no shine on that. It's lovely. But what I want to do is and I'll just take a bit of card. I don't want to use my beautiful swatches because they're my beautiful swatches. Get a bit of card so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'll come in a bit for this one. Whee! There we go. So what I wanted to do was taking a really tiny paintbrush and a bit of your cream paint. This is a golden sand again. I'll just put a tiny bit on my card. And then what I did was I actually watered a tiny bit of the paint down as well. Because it is a thick paint, you might find it better when you're doing this if you water it down a bit, because you'll get a bit more flow to it. And then what I did, I just created a little line inside. So when you put your paintbrush in, just roll your paintbrush around in the paint, and that'll help get more of a nib on your paint. And then just take that round. See, it needs to be watered down a bit. Like so. So taking that round like so. And I just thought that looked a bit more interesting than just having it plain black. I just thought just a bit different. Just water that bit down. And I kind of like when I watered it down, because look, you get some, so it's really quite, well, it's quite light actually. So it looked quite nice when it watered down there. See, painting and talking, it's a bit tricky, is that bit. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Ta-da! So, you got, doesn't that look nice? I thought that looked kind of cool. So move that little thing out the way. Let's bring this back in again. Oh, I am liking her. I will definitely take you back out again. Am I going, oh, that's not out. That's the wrong way, kids. There we go. So back out again. Up, lass. By gum. I'm really pleased you like Stamperia. They're the best, aren't they? They're the best. Hold on, made to sell. Oh, fantastic. Oh, it's sorry, David. Of course you take made to sell. And I tell you what, David, the stuff you make is delicious, isn't it? Beautiful. So, David. Right, okay. So it annoys me that I can't just get it over here a little bit more, that camera. I do apologise, but it is what it is. Oh, I can't get it that way. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. So let's start gluing this in place, and then I can show you some finishing techniques. So to glue in place, now normally I would use my my gel medium, but truth be known, I lent it out and I need some more. That's basically where I'm at with the gel medium. I've run out of it. How have I run out of gel medium? It's terrible. So what I'm using is this one. This is, and I love this, it's a really good strong glue. Again, we haven't got this on the show, but if you have a look on the website, we might have it on. However, it hasn't been on the shows in quite some time, but we might have it on there. So look, have a little look on the website. You can shop by brand, and that's hopefully where you shall find it. I mean, really, for all these embellishments and to get dimension, gel medium is the one. That is what you want. But yeah, like I say, I've run out of it. I probably would be able to use my good old structure paste, to be fair. I mean, that is going to set hard, and it'll set, you know, it's going to hold stuff, isn't it? But I don't want to, because if I use that and it sort of splodges white out the edges, I won't like it. So this'll do. This'll hold things in place. It'll just take a bit longer to dry. And And obviously I need to be careful of the white bits. And obviously it's just a bit harder getting your dimension with this because this is a flat glue. But it is what it is. Right, sticking all them embellishments on, like so. And now just have to push the paper down a little bit there so it sticks like this. And that one I did use a bit of that gold paint. The gold paint that Stamperia do is lovely because it's got a really nice sheen to it, and these have all been finished with that gold paint. It's just because it really makes that texture pop, and I like that a lot. I love, you know, when you can emphasize the texture. It's really nice. So I've put the glue on those two like so. Let's put our lovely Stamperia flight now. Stamperia flight, steampunk flight. You know the bits out of the grey board, the scrap bits, they're good for this. So if you need that extra dimension and you're like me and you've run out of your gel medium, that's the one to use because that'll just help lift it. In fact, I'm going to put another bit of glue on there. It'll just help lift it, but it's subtle. And it's the bits that you're going to throw away. So, sorted. Okay, so like that. See that bit there, you see that needs some sticking to that to bring them together. So again, that's just one of my scrap bits. So I'll pop a bit of glue on both sides. And I'll just have that under there so I know it's going to hit that. I've glued my fingers together. There, like so. This is going to take a little bit longer to dry than normally would if it's a gel medium. Come on, you beauty. Come on. So I might not be able to do all my finishing touches as much as I wanted to because I'm going to have to actually get myself some gel medium. I probably have some in this room somewhere. Okay, happy with that. Well, that one's doing its... Oh, look, that's not straight. No. Well, that's doing its bit. Let's move on to this bit. When you glue him, obviously, glue your main pieces first. So glue your flat pieces first. If you're not sure what you're doing, take a photograph. If you take a photograph, at least you can remember where the bits where everything were meant to be. Because I'm terrible for that. I'll decide where everything's meant to be and then take them all off and it'll be like, oh, I have no idea where I'm going to put anything. There we go. I've already inked around the edges of this one. So she sits in beautifully. And I love these big embellishments. I just think they're fabulous. And they are embellishments. I know they're in the paper pad, but at the end of the day, they're absolutely embellishments, aren't they? Then like with that, I could have lifted her up and had dimension, but I think it looks beautiful just flat to the piece. So just gluing that one there. Having it so it's falling off just a little bit, so it looks interesting. Bring that one on. And have that one there, like so. And then this one can sit, no, let's have a darker one. Going to sit on there, like this. And again, we will have to let that glue dry. Bring that one there, pop the glue there. So I can sit that in there, like so. Bring this here, or here. Let's have it, or here. Who does this? Do you spend hours just going, oh, shall I put it here? Shall I put it there? What shall I do with that? Faff, faff, faff. Yeah. But I mean, this is the important bit, isn't it? Deciding where everything goes and getting all those fantastic layers. Let's put that one down first because that's the darker one. I did some of them with the darker paints because I think it needed that. I thought if I used all the same colour paints, it'll fit in with the background too much and they'll get lost in that background. Oops-a-daisy. I've got dead sticky fingers now. So popping that there like that. Oh, that's coming together beautifully. Beautifully. Now, we have got more of those embellishments. Let's just have a little rummage what we've got in here. Because these are ace. Oh, these. How is everybody? Are you all lying? Oh, are you lying on your side to watch? Oh, now then. Oh, hold on a minute. Is it the wrong thingy way then? So, oh my gosh, seriously, can I do it? Everybody, Everyone, I wish you'd have said that sooner. I would have been really stupid. Ah, yeah, that smells better. And it smells better for me as well. Oh, God. Mate. Oh, I can guarantee I won't know what I'm doing. Where's my camera? There. Bloody hell. Yes, I did say that. Bloody hell. Look at that. That smells better for me and all. It's better for me and for you. I didn't even realise. Oh, God, that's well funny. I didn't realise that it were all that it were cockeyed. Oh, it smells better for me like this. I can see what you're saying now. Oh, bloody hell. Hey, I'm glad I noticed someone had said that. I bet you've been banging on about it for ages, haven't you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I've lost the lid for me glue and all. Hey, that's funny. Smells better for me this way. I'm so pleased it's better for you. Yay! Oh, everybody, ridiculous. That is the world of Leone. The world according to Leone. Honestly. See, now I'm just playing now. Now this is faff time because it's like, oh, shall I put this here? Oh, look, the crow. I love the crow. The crow. But I don't think he really fits into this one. Hello, Mr. Crow. No, Leone, I've got enough on there, really, haven't I? Quite frankly. But you never know. You see, you might just... Oops. Are you still there? Are you there? Are you there? Oh, that's well funny. Hold on a minute. I need to spin you. Oh, no, that's wrong and all. Oh, this is all gone wrong. I'm very confused. Oh, I know. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm really confused now. I'm confused, everybody. I don't know how I've done this. And I don't know. Oh, maybe. How did I do it before, though? Hold on. Is it my screen? Oh, there we go. Oh, God. There we go. You're back. I didn't drop the iFoot pad. That didn't happen. I completely did. Forgot. It's all okay. We're okay. You nearly had a close-up of the floor. Oh, God, that's well funny. Yes, I am absolutely wearing my apron. I tell you. Which you could see more of the view than the project. Oh, I know. Don't you worry. You don't want to see me. Was that a little bit like being on a Big Dipper, Pat? Was it? Did you feel the world sort of swim round upside down? Blinking heck. What were I banging on about anyway? I was just banging on about these, weren't I? Banging on. Oh, I found my glue pot lid though. That's good. I'm glad about that because this glue, it does dry up really quickly. So I'm really glad I found that. Right, I think I'm done a bit. So when you've done, when you're happy, what you can finish with is this vintage paste. Now, I'm not going to do all of this because it does take time. Who is the aviator? It were you lot for a second then as we flew to the floor. Whoever's in charge of the plane shouldn't be. It was like, get crash positions. So anyway, yeah. So your vintage paste. I've also got, however, this cheeky little patina gel. And I haven't even used this yet, which is looking pretty good. In it, honestly, that's another one. But your vintage paste now. What you do with this, I know it's going to be fine on my papers. My paints, I could do, let me just find another brush. So with this, what you're going to do, you work it in, but then you take it all back off again. Which I know always sounds a little bit mad, but it works. And it looks, sorry, I know I might be talking, I've gone distant. I haven't frozen. But what it does is, and I'm going to show you a little bit. As I say, I don't want to do the full thing just because it does take time to do this. So what you're going to be doing is putting it on like this. And then get a soft cloth and you need to wet it. And you're going to be taking it back off again, essentially. Yeah, it was a roller coaster, wasn't it? And then, see, you're taking it back off. But what this does, because it doesn't come off completely, it's going to, there, it's going to just give you this really nice kind of vintage distress look. And honestly, this is a bit of a game changer because, can you see? I hope you can see. I'm going to zoom you in and not try and knock you over. I'm going to zoom you in by bringing it up close. Can you see? And it's subtle, but it does make a difference. So what that actually does, it makes everything, it gives it that vintage hue. So it's beautiful, is this. Now, I haven't put on this and this, and I've stopped myself because I've just remembered, I didn't put a glaze of the glue. Now, you have to remember to do that. If you don't put a glaze with your glue over the top, and it might be your mixed media, it might be a craft glue, something that's going to seal it. If you don't, and then you put your vintage antiquing paste over the top, it literally just sits into your paper and it doesn't do the job at all. I mean, it's really tricky then, because literally, and I did it, I know because I did it. I'm being careful because I know these might not have dried properly yet. But yeah, it just makes your papers really dark. So you do need to seal your papers and then go over with your antiquing paste, and then it'll wipe off. And where it's really good, and that's why I'm sticking it right in there, the glue, and sealing all of this down, because where your vintage paste is really good is in all these sort of the nooks and crannies, you know, where all the grease had built up on the cogs and the dust and everything. That's where it's really cool, because it makes it look really, really old and mucky. So I will need to wait for that glue to dry, obviously, but it's worth it. It's worth sealing it proper to get that good effect. I mean, with the paint, it should be fine, because obviously, you know, the paint's got the, it's not going to be porous anyway, because it's an acrylic. But my paper's super porous. So I've got my papers. That's all done. I need to work in there as well, like so. So just working in there, like that. And that'll seal those papers, so I'll be okay with my vintage paste. There we go. And the glue's got a bit of a, it's more of a satin sheen, is this. It's not 100% matte, but it's not glossy. Do you know what I mean? It's more of a sheen. However, on the thing that is a high sheen, you want to be trying to take it off there, because it just looks like a bit of a slug trail. And there we go. Wipe it off there. You don't want that, kids. We don't want that, do we? I don't want a cheeky slug trail on my beautiful papers. Oh, no. Gross. Right, okay, vintage it. So don't go near that at a minute, because that's all wet. But if I go up here, okay, I did say I weren't going to do the whole thing, didn't I? See how far I get before I get bored. Before you get bored. If it all goes quiet and when I look up there's no more comments, I know you've all gone home. Well, you're at home, but you know what I mean. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, they're bored now. Stop putting vintage paste on literally everything. So, sticking this on. And it's great on your crackle glaze, because with your crackle it obviously goes right, you can work it right into that crackle glaze. So it looks well cool. I'm going to lose that paper if I'm not careful, aren't I? And I'm just going to do a bit at a time. I don't like doing the whole thing and then trying to take it off. I like working a bit at a time. You do want a soft cloth, not one of my good old hard cloths that I've got. And then, see, just dragging off. And just drag off what you want. I mean, it might be, see, look at that. I love that. Now, doesn't that look cool on side at canvas? It might be that you want to leave some of this on. You don't want to whip it all off. There you go. So as you're going in, oh, I just love it. At first, when I first used this, because I didn't use it properly, obviously the results were rubbish, but it was absolutely the person with the product, not the product. You know, I just hadn't read the instructions, essentially. And and I'd done the paper, so I didn't get a good result. But that's just perfect. And it gives you such a good vintage result. I am having to be dead careful because I know that I can't knock over. I'm trying not to knock over my my tripod with you lot on it, because otherwise you're off on Big Dipper again. Oh, I mean, look at that. That's a beaut. And as I'm giving it a bit of a scrub, I've even got some gold coming through there. I might have actually a bit paint, but there we go. Give it a good scrub. So your vintage patina has gone right in. So this is your... No, we didn't put this on show because obviously me being me, I didn't plan to use it. But again, if you go on the website, you can definitely find this stuff. Bitumen. I can never say that. Yeah, your bitumen. That's the... Is that... what does that smell like? Is that a bit more intense in the smell as well? I mean, this one doesn't really smell much, to be honest. What's bitumen like? Same kind of thing, though, innit? Same kind of thing. Same kind of result. That's what you're aiming for. But yeah, I do really like this now. Now I use it proper. I love it. Again, I'm going to have to be dead careful here. This is definitely something I should be doing when these are all dry, because I'm going to go around with my cloth and just bob off on my cogs. I'm going to bob my cogs off if I'm not careful, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll go around like this. And hopefully, if I hold my cogs in place, they won't pop off. The last thing we want is my cogs to pop off. So, and you do get a bit, I get a bit carried away. But it just, love it. Especially on your paper where it's all... There we go. I'm round here now. And again, I'm going to have to be careful. It's so satisfying. This gets proper addictive. Is it same with bitumen? Bitumen. Because that's... is that... Do you do the same thing? Ah, David. Bitumen does have a smell. It does make the world a difference. It really does. Yeah, it brings everything together. Because sometimes that's it. Everything can look a little bit like, well, that's paper, you know, and like that's just paper stuck onto your canvas. But yeah, it just brings all those colours and everything together. See, now that's a bit trickier to get off on the cog because of all the texture, because I've worn it, brushed it into texture. That's okay. Oof, did you hear my belly rumble? There we go. And it's going to be hard to get in there. That's when you need a little cotton bud thing. There we go. Oh, see, look at that. It just looks ace. That's all you're going to hear me say now. Just looks ace. And I'm trying to get in there without bobbing my cogs off. There. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it. I absolutely adore that. Doesn't it look cool? Now, I don't know if you want to watch me do the full thing. Pretty much same, but it's black. Ah, there you go. Bitumen's daily art product. Yeah, I think, because bitumen's a proper art product in it, basically. So, you know, it's... Oh, I haven't finished that side. It's a proper, like... Proper art product. So let me just get me a bit of cloth again, because I need to take that off. I am going to carry on, aren't I, folks? You just know it. I'm on air at 6, so as long as I'm... So, oh, look. I knew I'd do that. That's annoying. That's the bit I didn't want to do. I don't want to bob these off. I need to be patient, don't I? And let the glue dry. How dull. How very dull. Who else is like that, though? Who else is actually... Who's good at being patient and letting the glue dry? Is anybody good at that? And if you are, how do you do it? I've never been patient and let the glue dry. I think I'm going to have to, though, otherwise I'm going to knock all my cogs off, aren't I? Right, put that there a second, Leona. I'm moving my rag. I'm moving the actual rag to keep getting... Where are you? There you are. To keep getting a clean bit. because otherwise, and I'll spin it because I don't know if you're actually seeing what I'm doing, because otherwise, if I don't, I'm literally just moving it around. I'm kind of taking colour off but then putting it back on again. So see, it makes all the difference if you just keep getting a clean bit of rag like that. Beautiful. And this is a bit of a game changer. This is your finished results. This is the ice on the cake. And then obviously splatters, you know, but that goes without saying. I'm going to have to be dull and actually wait for my glue to dry. Hold on, is that out? That is out. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait for my glue to dry. So, because otherwise, see, that one's really come off now. Let me re-glue that. I know what's happened. The grey board's actually split because I've been too rough. So let me pop that back on there like so. Right, what I'll do is wait for my glue to dry and then finish this off. But can you see, I'm going to, no, I'm not going to take it off. Can you see the bits where I've put I mean, you can tell right away, can't you? How cool does that look? It's just absolutely beautiful. I think with something like this, no, not me, I'm impatient. See, I think loads of us are impatient, aren't we? Because it's just wrong waiting for glue to dry. But yeah, it makes such a difference, does that? And it is, when you look at it, I mean, it's a huge tub. And I know the Vintage Antiquing Paste it's called, but if you look up on the Stamperia page, Shop by Brand, look that up on the Stamperia page and we've definitely got it. I'm really pleased with that. I will have to let my glue dry and then I'm going to spin you back round again. Are you ready? You're going to get dizzy. Are you ready? Hold on to your seats, gang, because I need to work out which bit I have to press. Hold up. This is where I swear again. So I do that. Do I do that one? Yes, I did that one. Oh, there you go. You can have a look around my room now. So that's my table. There. Boom. Hold on a minute. I need to adjust my legs or else. On my tripod. Ta-da! So, look how long my arm is. So that is, where's the there's the cameras. So that is the good old canvas. It does look all right, doesn't it? And yeah, can't you tell where it's to where I've already used it? Oh, I'm well chuffed with that. So all I'm going to do when my glue's dry is put the rest of my Vintage Antique Paste. Ta-da! And then splatters, which is fab. I'll spin you back round again. Hold on. Now, where are you going to come back to? There you go. I need to clear this off my chair because I can't sit down. Oh, look. Funny, isn't it? I love that. I love it. I love that I haven't been told off for having it. Do I need to... I don't... Where's my camera? There. Oh, gosh, I'm not very good at these things. I think I might just do it like this. Thank you. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I can't work out how to get this to tilt without swearing. Oh, for goodness sake. Do you know what, gang? One day we'll have nailed this. Yes. I love it that I've got a man sticking out of my head. Thank you ever so much. Rav will give you a little quick run through because those papers, of course, you can get a really decent price on them if you want the fantastic papers, which are beautiful. We've got all the wonderful die cuts as well on the shows, which is, yeah, I know me torso. It's well funny, isn't it? The grey board, which I've used for all your wonderful embellishments. We also use the crackle paste because they're gorgeous. And then, of course, we put in that... Oh, now don't forget that stencil because it's only... how much is that? Club price, £3.59. Boom, for a Stamperia one. So that's that stencil that we used. Also use the beautiful stone, the journal. Now, I only use the journal for mopping up, but obviously it's so good to have it at hand because it's handy. And then now your paints, really love these paints. They are an absolute must-have, and that price is amazing. 5 for £11.66. Of course, I did use extras that I forgot to put on the show. the volume paste, my glue, and my vintage paste. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, everyone. It's been really nice. I'm really pleased you enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much. I will post a picture of this when my glue's dried. I'll put the rest of my antiquing paste on, and I'll post a picture of that so you can see what it looks like when the full antiquing paste is on. But thank you very much. I'm on air tonight at 6 o'clock. We have got a new one day special, so I'm launching that. And then tomorrow on Let Loose, oh, I tell you what I've got some clarity, and I picked these specially. You might have seen them before, you might not, but I loved them. Really like these, and I really wanted to use them. So that's what I've got on Let Loose tomorrow. Thank you. You've all been amazing. Enjoy the rain. Go out and dance in the rain and have a lovely afternoon. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.